What if I told you that everything you see on your screen, the chaos, the violence, the disasters, isn't just about informing you, but about something much darker? Something that's making billions off your fear? War, pandemics, disasters, violence. No matter the time, something terrifying is always on your screen. But have you ever stopped to think why? Behind the apparent mission to inform, there's a billion-dollar engine fueled by fear. Today, you'll understand how the media learned to profit from your anxiety and what you can do about it. Our brain evolved to spot threats and react quickly. This primal instinct saved lives in the wild. But today, it traps us in cycles of digital fear. Fear sells. The longer you watch, the more money they make. The logic is simple. If you're afraid, you're paying attention. Fear also votes. Crises are opportunities to manipulate opinions, sell solutions, and justify authoritarian measures. Algorithms have no empathy. They only deliver what keeps you hooked. And you know what else keeps you hooked? Fear. How much is your anxiety worth? For big tech companies, news channels, political parties, and advertisers, it's worth billions. Turning it off is an act of rebellion. Choosing what to consume is an act of power. The next time a headline sends you into a panic, stop and think, who's profiting from your fear? Imagine this. You're minding your own business when suddenly a breaking news alert pops up on your phone. Another mass shooting, another earthquake, another pandemic. It seems like every day the world is on the brink of disaster. And these moments of terror are not just confined to our waking hours. Even in our dreams, we find ourselves running from one disaster to another. What if I told you that this constant barrage of chaos and violence isn't just about keeping you informed? What if there's something much darker at play, something that's making billions off your fear? It's time to wake up to the terrifying truth. Behind the scenes, a sinister force is at work, preying on our deepest fears and turning them into profit. But before we expose this dark secret, let's take a moment to consider how our brains are wired for fear. Our ancestors evolved in a world filled with danger, from saber-toothed tigers to treacherous terrains. Over millions of years, our brains developed the ability to spot threats and react quickly, fight or flight, run from the danger, or freeze and hope for the best. These instincts helped our ancestors survive and pass on their genes. But here's the catch. Our brain's alarm system doesn't differentiate between a saber-toothed tiger and a breaking news alert on our phone. It doesn't distinguish between the real danger and the manufactured drama. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with a steady stream of alarming headlines, breaking news alerts, and urgent notifications. It's as if the digital world has become one giant game of chicken, where every click, every view, and every share is a bet on who will blink first. In this high-stakes game, fear is the ultimate currency. And those who wield it the best, be they media moguls, politicians, or tech giants, hold the power to influence our thoughts, shape our opinions, and even control our actions. But why fear? Why does it have such a powerful hold over us? The answer lies in the very nature of fear itself. Fear triggers a cascade of hormones that flood our body, preparing us for action. But fear doesn't just cloud our judgment, it also drives our emotions. Fear is a powerful motivator, capable of compelling us to take action or to avoid certain situations. It can push us to stay informed or to tune out from the chaos. But when it comes to fear-mongering, the goal is to exploit our emotional side, to tug at our heartstrings and manipulate our decision-making. It's about creating a sense of urgency, a feeling that if we don't act now, it's too late. Behind the scenes, a sinister force is at work, pulling the strings of our emotions and leading us to the dance of fear. But who's behind this manipulation? Who's profiting from our collective anxiety? Fear is the ultimate attention grabber. The more afraid we are, the more vulnerable we are to suggestions, to solutions, to anything that promises to alleviate our fear. In that sense, fear is a gateway to control. Those who successfully instill fear can more easily influence our opinions, our beliefs, and ultimately our actions. It's a tactic as old as time, used by dictators, demagogues, and anyone seeking power. But in the era of social media, fear has taken on a new life. Algorithms reign supreme, dictating what we see, when we see it, and how much we engage with it. They're the puppet masters of the digital age, pulling the strings from behind the scenes. The algorithms are designed to keep us engaged, to keep us clicking, sharing, and most importantly, to keep us afraid. They thrive on our fear, learning from our every move and feeding us more of what they know will keep us hooked. So the next time you find yourself scrolling through endless headlines, each one more alarming than the last, take a step back. Ask yourself, who's behind this onslaught of fear? Who's profiting from my anxiety? Because somewhere behind the flashing lights and the urgent whispers, there's a sinister force at work, playing on our deepest fears. And it's time we woke up to the terrifying truth. If you've made it this far, you've started to uncover how fear is being used to manipulate the masses. Do you see how it works now? If so, drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And if you want to dive deeper into how this digital fear game is played, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next video. You won't want to miss what's coming next.